Welcome back. Last we left off, our party made their final preparations in Landry before heading off towards Care Westfall to complete their mission. They decided to avoid the city of Harlock, giving them a much tighter time constraint but ultimately avoiding as much contact as possible to avoid getting caught. Trudging through the woods, they encountered a violent display of cadavers, accompanied by a feral canine-like humanoid that relentlessly attacked them. Luckily, they managed to fend the creature off, but not without causing a bit of a ruckus within the woods, potentially giving away their location. They continued on towards Care Westfall at a much quicker pace, seemingly clear of followers, and they finally arrived in the city. Their investigation was cut short, however, as the Goliath individual that Arya was warned about caught their attention. After an intense skirmish within a dilapidated pub, the Goliath fell, without a trace of memory left of him. Meanwhile, Arya sits on the brink of death with a now corrupted arm, standing around her companions, who have no recollection of the Goliath's existence. What would you like to do?
Wait, bring death for you down? I forget.
I'm gonna be honest.
Or Arya's at like 1 inch.
I was knocked to one. I healed up.
What does
so that's
dilapidated mean?
What?
Dilapidated.
Rundown.
Rundown.
Okay.
Rundown.
I'm
I
just
healed
an
up,
idiot
though, I
for
think.
real.
Oh, from probably a healing word.
I think so. You healed.
I'm at like
Before you got consigned.
Yeah.
I'm at a solid like 33% health, maybe less.
About 22.
I just did that quick math.
I almost got cut in half.
I
That's
think I
so
gained a little bit more 'cause I
true.
think
By
I-
what?
I don't know.
That's true. What the fuck happened to
cursed
your
Wait,
your shoulder looks a little
Your
funky.
arm, your arm was your arm always like that?
I think it was weird. Yeah. It's been a little.
It was not like that before.
I don't think we walked into the bar like that. Did you drink something?
Wait, why
weird?
did we walk in here?
A little weirder.
Picking fights.
I don't know. I had a
Why?
beer in my
Why
hand.
would we do that?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
We got a puzzle here.
okay. At least there's no witnesses besides us, of course, and Nimbus and Merrick here. So
Nimbus and Mirk are not inside.
No.
They're outside.
oh, they're still outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need stitches.
I'll sleep it off.
So, as far as we know, our cover seems to be blown because that devil lady just saw us. Apparently gave Arya a look here.
Yeah.
So, what do we do? My only plan now is that maybe we make all of us invisible and just walk out and then head towards the Citadel. I mean, we don't really have any other plan at the moment. It's either that or try to find some reclaimers in the city.
I don't think we can handle another fight right now. I'm gonna be honest.
It's at this point you hear a little bit of a ruckus outside the tavern door.
What now?
I'll go and open it.
Okay. As you go outside, you see Nimbus sort of hiding against the wall of the building, and you see Merrick as he slams his hammer and finishes off the last of like 6 bodies on the ground who seem to have attacked.
What the?
Shit.
Oh, we're compromised.
What the fuck did
hell
you
right
do?
now.
It's a gang called the Bloody Tears. I killed their captain several months ago. I'm not safe here.
What? Did you know they would be here?
No.
Okay.
Why
fuck.
would I know they would be here?
Fuck.
Here, just get inside.
This
Get
was a
inside.
mistake. He goes inside, and Nimbus like runs after.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we have a very limited amount of time before any guards show up. So, if there are guards here, I don't know how that works.
These are probably just more mercenaries.
Yeah. Fuck.
There are guards.
There are.
Mm-hmm. There are guards wearing. From what you've seen, there are guards wearing Omnian colors.
Okay.
I think it might be. I think we should find a way for you to lay low. I mean, it's not like Blackjack is going to be able to pick you up, but
I mean, Merrick has the advantage of he can use the water as a way to travel.
that's true.
Yeah.
But that's probably as exhausting as fuck.
No, I can't. I gotta. They're everywhere.
Okay. What about you, Nimbus?
I don't know. I mean,
Sure as hell can't swim out of here, so you're kind of stuck here with us.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not running into that. I will stay with Merrick.
Okay.
I'm not gonna leave him by himself. We need at least someone there.
That's fair.
Valid. Where are you gonna take? Where are you guys gonna head out? You can't just take to sea.
We can stay here.
And the
I look around
tavern?
the room full of blood and bodies.
Here?
They're gonna.
I mean, upstairs.
Yeah, they're gonna investigate the place, though, aren't they?
Who knows? Have you seen this place?
Pretty dilapidated.
And
I meant Care Westfall in general.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you can talk your way out of it, out of something.
I mean, I can disguise
Talk yourself
myself.
out of murder.
I mean, if you think this place is a place to stay, just make sure you have an escape route, I guess, in case someone
Yeah.
does come knocking.
Yeah,
He does have Dimension Door.
I have Dimension Door. I can make us fly. I mean, it'll be a spectacle, but like, it's a way out.
Mm-hmm.
That still leaves us, though.
Do you have a means of breathing underwater?
Yeah, I can hold my breath.
Okay. Worst case, y'all can jump in the fucking ocean, the sea.
It's also
There's gotta
assuming
be
you
a-
have the rest of the
there's
day
gotta
of
be a
water
sewer
breathing.
system that we can heads out to the ocean.
Have we also considered just like camping out in the woods?
Yeah, but it's a matter of getting out of the city.
Yeah.
Sure.
In the woods, I don't know if they're any more safe.
That's fair.
I'd
Yeah.
rather fight one monster than an entire gang.
Depends on the monster.
Yeah, but there was 6 of us. Now there's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's just
I mean, it might. I don't know. 4 people is easier to be more covert than 6. And I think you guys should hide out, and we should just continue the mission.
all right, you hear Mirik sort of begin to speak. Regardless, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll stay here for now. If things will find some sort of escape plan, we can leave.
Okay.
Um,
If you do
should
that,
have known.
yeah, no,
It's my fault.
no, it's not. Like you said, you couldn't have known.
We've killed. I think we just killed more people than you. So like 50-50.
Yeah, well, you guys also weren't a mercenary for several years. I've made a lot of enemies.
We've all got our demons.
Okay. So
Glad you took the risk and try to help. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
okay. So as it regards to us, we have a few options. We can. I do fear if we try to leave the city temporarily and come back, then everything will be locked down. It will just be 10 times harder for us to try to get back in again.
I don't think we're leaving the city anytime soon.
Yeah. I think we stay.
Yep.
They hide out. Worst case, they make their escape if something happens.
Am I able to make a judgment call on how safe it is to stay in this tavern?
Not.
I mean,
Because
as safe as anywhere else.
yeah, because my perspective as James is we just slaughtered a whole bunch of people,
Mhm.
right? But also at the same time, if we're in like a city with a shit ton of mercenaries, Mirik just walked in, got his ass kicked because one mercenary group was pissed at him for being a mercenary. This has to have at least happened before, right? In this area?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Like a bunch of just people getting angry at each other
Yeah.
and kicking ass. 18.
18. Being someone who is from Luskin,
Mm-hmm.
this is like 5 times worse than Luskin. It is
Yeah.
very, very reasonable that fights just happen every minute.
Mhm.
Like, this is not an uncommon thing that has probably happened. Probably the guards are going to pay no mind to it.
Okay.
You don't really know what your assumption of the guards are. There seems to be a lot of guards. I mean, in both mercenaries and Omnians,
Mm-hmm.
you don't necessarily know what they're for, because again, people are fighting in the streets. People are, this is not an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah.
This, for the time being, unless some sort of mercenary group comes and tries to stake their claim,
Mm-hmm.
like what you presume the previous one did, under the Goliath, which you don't remember.
Yeah. So I
you-
don't assume.
Yeah, well, you know there was a group of mercenaries in here. You can assume that it's probably a fine place to stay, and if something comes their way, they leave.
Okay.
Do you communicate that, or is that effectively you saying that communicating?
Whatever you choose.
Yeah, I'll pretty much agree with that. Just say like, I don't know. I think we need to start thinking that like the mercenaries here, right? Odds are we are safe here because I'm
No.
sure mercenary fights crop up left and right.
No one gives a shit about the people who died here. No one's looking for them.
So we're safe here for probably like a night or two.
I mean,
Unless someone else tries to come and fight us. So this could be our temporary base of
I
operations.
mean, even if people did care, it opens up work for the rest of them. So I doubt they would care in our favor.
Yeah.
How much time do we have? Can we afford to stay a night or two?
No.
I would say 1 night maybe. 2 would be pushing it.
Part of me thinks one's already pushing it. But
considering the state that some of us are in, I don't think we have much of a choice in that regard.
I could probably get by with a short rest. You know, in D&D mechanic terms.
Same with
I don't
me.
think.
I can take an hour.
Oh yeah, because you got arcane recovery. I'm just worried about. Oh yeah, you have hit dice.
I probably could.
You hit dice.
Yeah.
Arcane recovery, hit
Worst
dice, get my
case.
Hexblade's curse back, and I get a 3rd level spell.
I can use sorcery points to get spells back, and then my Blood Well Vial, I get my sorcery points back.
You get bardics.
I think we could afford a short rest.
Wait, I only used 1? Huh. That doesn't seem right.
You're doing some healing words as well, so.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. There's the question of the body, so that's gonna stink.
Everything stinks here. It smells like shit.
It does kind of stink.
Okay.
I'm not volunteering the bag of holding. We keep actual things in there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want bodies next
Corpses
to
are
the-
objects at this point.
Yeah, stinky, bloody objects.
Yeah, but I don't want that with our gold and other material,
Blood
other
money,
things we
you're
have
right.
in there.
Blood money's cursed. Because the blood gets on the money.
That's where I keep my portable RAM, man.
You're what?
I have a portable RAM.
I do not remember you bought that, but
Don't.
I also don't remember.
You bought it before storming Kivas.
Oh yeah, because we thought for the
I
palisade.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about that way near the beginning, and then we said, no, our porter room's right here. It's
Yeah.
Jhules.
But then the party split up. I didn't have Jhules. So.
Yeah, so you, just in case.
That's fair.
Okay, so we're taking a short rest.
I do love the idea that you have just one of those
Okay.
in your bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll try to take a short rest then.
It's like when Ramona takes the hammer out in Scott Pilgrim.
I mean, at the very least, we can move the bodies to like one side of the, or I can move the bodies to one side of the room. put them
Sure.
in a
You can
pile.
also go upstairs.
We can go upstairs.
Well, yeah, but just to clean up the place a little bit.
Okay.
You can move them to the.
It's
You
dilapidated.
can move them to the privy.
That's true.
Yeah, but what if we have
They
to
all
What if
died
they
take-
have to go?
They all died taking a shit.
I don't know. Yeah,
Like
fair.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Where's the hitman kill closet when you need it?
Dude, I want to play a bard named Elvish Presley.
Elvish Presley.
Half elf.
Oh my god. Okay, short rest.
Yesterday.
Don't forget
Are
to.
we able to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys take a short rest without issue.
Okay.
Nobody seems to make their way to the pub. This seems more like a
base for them?
yeah. Like this pub definitely seems like it was taken over and
Do we get bard bonuses?
Yeah, 1d6.
yeah, 1d6 extra hit points.
To each roll,
No.
No.
or just in general?
Just in general.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
15.
That would make Song of Rest actually good.
Hey!
Can't have that.
18.
Would you prefer
Ah.
not a d6 of healing?
No, it's not bad. It's just like it just exists. It's like that thing that's like, oh, I forgot it. Like I don't remember it until it.
Until it comes up.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. You know. That's a thing.
Is there any other risk?
That's a what?
I have a question. Is there any other risk with using, like, all of your hit die on a short rest besides, if you're gonna do another one, then you won't be able to do healing again?
Unless you have spells like Wither and Bloom that use your hit die, then no.
Okay.
I'm back at full.
I'm back at full. Hex puts curse back. Arcane recovery up that 3rd slot. I don't think I use any warlock spells. I need to start using my warlock spells more often. I have armor of Agathis.
Oh yeah,
It's
Jesus.
a good spell.
That's a really good spell.
I never use it.
I
I also have
use
arms
any
of
when I lay
Hadar,
on
but I don't think I'm
hands.
surrounded that often.
Especially because it scales with, the pact level.
Hey David,
I only
guess
have first
what?
levels.
Ah, okay. Still.
I still have 2 more uses of
That's a
Stone
free
Dirt.
5?
5 temp HP and 5 hit points for anyone who
You're
hits me
welcome.
with it.
Your least favorite reaction
What's
in
nice?
the game.
What's really what's nice about like when you if I believe it's Levis's tiefling
Mhm.
They get armor of Agathis, but it's a second level,
Yeah,
which is really nice.
that's nice.
I always forget that the tiefling, like, a lot of the tiefling racial spells are cast at second level, and I always forget that.
Are they really?
Yeah,
I
like
didn't look
like
at-
some of the ones that like
I think it's
we're gonna do a
specifically.
little bit.
Did I cast any
The ones
spells?
that are first level spell, like there are some that's like, oh, you can
Yeah,
cast
I think
this,
you might
like
have.
your
No,
your
you
second
didn't
spell is
smite.
you can cast this one at second level.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then I've been running that wrong because I have Searing Smite cast at second level.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't have
There
any
you
of
go.
that.
Oh yeah, no, this guy.
I also have Brightening Smite at third. I didn't even remember those. Problem is, I take a bonus action.
Yeah.
For Mephistopheles,
You're right.
you can cast Flame Blade as a third level spell.
I think I used one.
Jeez,
Did I
that's
use one
awesome.
Divine Smite last
No,
time?
are you Zariel?
I'm Zariel, yeah.
Yeah, you cast Branding Smite as a third
think
level
so.
spell.
Yeah.
I don't think I used both of them,
Okay.
but I think I used one.
Oh wait,
Okay.
Branding Smite is a
It's
no,
a
it's a
bonus.
second level.
Branding Smite's the second level.
Yeah, you can cast it as a third.
I
level.
cast. What was that?
You cast it as a third level spell.
Branding Smite.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
You cast Searing Smite as a second level and Branding Smite as a third level.
Got it.
Once.
Cool.
Mephistopheles. I should have looked at that.
So
Yeah, that's Flame Blade at third level.
So that still brings us back to
how the hell we get in?
yeah.
I mean,
We haven't even
That's
seen the
4d6.
Yeah, I
What
just
melee attack?
we don't even know what she looks like.
Good.
I mean, I don't think you should waste time. I don't think you should pick any fights, but do some recon.
yeah, that's a good call. Scout out the place. Maybe see if we can spot any maybe vulnerable entrances.
Sounds
Why
good.
did I never learn Disguise Self?
Yeah.
It would have been such a good spell right now.
And we have invisibility.
We
It's something.
do.
Yeah.
How far away is the Citadel? A walk from here?
The Citadel sort of looms across the hilltops, like above the city. You can assume, like similar to Kaer Caladir, there's probably a like a gated, guarded pathway that leads up the hill, above the cliff to get to the mountain. It's probably like you're saying, like time wise.
Yeah, for the purposes of like when would be a good time to cast invisibility for getting scouting.
To walk up to the castle, probably 20 minutes.
My only thing with that is that if we're planning on engaging in combat, I don't know. I'm starting to get a little sketchy about using all of our higher spell slots.
Yeah.
I will also, because you guys are
So we have mud as well.
fairly smart and you know your spells and capabilities. Invisibility doesn't necessarily vanish you out of existence.
So yeah, I know.
It is a very crowded city.
So we might bump into people. So it might just be better to blend
Especially-
in that way.
Especially
Yeah.
Jhules. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, Jhules, yeah.
'Cause, like-
What's this Goliath-shaped hole in the middle of the crowd here?
It honestly, it might be easier to blend into the crowd rather than be invisible.
We have the cloaked hoods.
Because we do. I did keep those.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly, we think that the she-devil already saw us when she flew overhead. But by and large, we've left very few witnesses wherever we've been. So it's not like we're gonna be walking through a crowd and somebody's gonna go, "They're the ones who killed people in all of these towns."
If you do hear those words, they're probably talking about
They're
someone
probably
else.
talking about somebody else. So, the average person here, I don't think would recognize or care about us. Mercenaries come from all over, so the fact that we're quite frankly, a colorful group probably also won't necessarily raise any eyebrows. And I think that the, potentially one person we're worried about, I don't think that's, it's obviously a problem, but I don't think it's we have to be terrified.
It's not
side
an
of
immediate
problem.
problem.
If something's already gone wrong, if something's gonna go wrong, I think that rock has already started rolling.
When you said that she saw you, did she only clock you or did she clock all of us?
I'm assuming all of us, but my eyes met hers.
Would it be better if we split? To
We-
divert her attention.
We don't have any method of communicating with each other if we split up, so I'd rather not do that.
Yeah.
fair.
At least until the moment the early calls for it. Well, then let's just take a leisurely stroll, shall we?
Like maybe if we're walking around, we don't like link arms and go as a group, but like keep each other within sight.
Yeah.
You know?
Stay close.
Within eyesight, yeah.
I also
I can see all of it.
Yeah. I have message for short range stuff, but that's it.
Fair.
Well done.
Let me take some of this shit off these guys just to change our clothes a little bit. Give myself like either like a bandana to like put over my face or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Just something to change it up.
I will pull the clandestine cloaks out of my bag of holding. That's what I
Okay.
put them in here as.
What if we all get haircuts?
I hand them out.
No.
Sure.
What if we all get haircuts right now? They'll never know.
The hunting
I had
knife
my hair
haircut.
up.
Yeah.
If I put my hair down, it can make me look different.
Do it.
Luscious locks.
Oh, God.
All right, now give me the
convention
hairband.
time?
I'll put my hair up.
yeah.
Actually, I do have a disguise kit.
Jules, this thing's
that I'm not
massive.
proficient. I do have a disguise kit that I'm not proficient in.
You got like this clown makeup. It's all like
The clown
smeared.
makeup from Baldur's Gate.
Don't worry. I'm proficient in dice.
It's like smeared.
Great. Carpentry tools. That just helps.
Man, if we're on a boat right now, I
You have a
got
spare hair tie in that disguise kit.
it. Do I?
It's
Sure.
a disguise kit, whatever.
Like you have like pieces of, I would say like ribbon, like you can use it as a hair tie.
You get a little pink bow in your hair.
I mean, you know, like those hair picks, like where like you twist your hair and like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have one. It's shaped like a sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my spyglass.
Your $1,000 spyglass.
Oh shit! It fell out. Shattered on the floor.
Or amended.
So we head out in our various levels of
I'm
disguise.
gonna put my hair.
And also the cloak thing.
Yeah.
My hair is so luscious.
Okay. You
Yeah.
guys leave
Shoulder length.
the tavern or pub
I'm also having mud summoned.
to make your way throughout the city, pushing through crowds. As you move throughout the city, you see like there are buildings of both the traditional folk style, similar to Caer Caladir, like the stone buildings and the low houses, like roundish towers. But you see some like more newer buildings, very plain, square, and functional. What you would presume to be a more traditional Omnian style.
Colonialism.
As you sort of make your way deeper into the city, you can see the harbor in the distance. You see the bright red colors of flags, pretty much all Omnian ships throughout the harbor. Although the city is crowded with mercenaries among the native population, there are very clearly indicated mercenaries that you can see now serving as city guard, along with the Omnian, more now visible Omnian troops that are, ever present. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Now, where are they quartering these soldiers? Because it better not be in my house. That goes against my constitutional rights.
Shut up.
Fourth
Shut
Amendment,
up.
I think. I don't remember.
That's search and seizure.
Is it?
No, that's fifth.
Yeah.
No,
Fourth.
fifth.
Oh yeah, no, fifth is.
I plead the fifth.
Fifth
Yeah.
is you can't.
Is it the
incriminate
Third
yourself. It might be the
Amendment?
third.
We're such good.
I'm
I should know this.
Citizen. I'm a great citizen.
It's one of the.
I
amendments, that's all.
voted.
I know my
Anyway,
rights.
it's the
That's
third.
what matters.
Anyway.
It's the third.
Anyway.
It's the third. Okay.
Yep.
I think I know my rights.
Um.
As soon as that happened.
Fourth Amendment is unreasonable search and seizure.
Yeah.
Fifth is right to a jury, I believe.
Is it?
No,
You
fifth.
also can't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, no, fifth.
Oh, self-incrimination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where
there's
I
some
plead.
amendments that are multiple things.
There
right?
are, yeah. Might also be jury.
First,
Anyway.
I would like to.
Civics crash course.
We're educational.
Is
For
there?
kids when I.
I would like to keep an ear out for like any interesting tidbits regarding the Lady Erliza, because we do know very little about her.
Sure. So make a perception check.
Just check. Forgot to get my dice out ahead of time. 19.
19. It is not often that you get, you hear reference to Lady Erliza. But when you do, it is mostly about payment. Excuse me.
Discord.
forgot to mute my Discord. It is mostly about, talking about what time they're supposed to go, when they get paid. Please stop. Sorry, my Discord.
Screw you, Colin. That was from you.
There is not really any like personal information that you can gather. You get reference to something called the Singing Fisherman. You're not sure what that is. That is a phrase that is tossed every now and then, like, oh, at the Singing Fisherman, etc., like some sort of location. But that is really the only information that you gather as far as Lady Erliza goes.
And anything in connection with the Singing Fisherman, or just the name of the place? Of presumably a place. A tavern.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a tavern or some sort of inn. But like a place to do business.
I think I've heard mention of this place called the Singing Fisherman. Maybe it's something it's worth checking out and learning more.
Right. Fair enough.
Let's do it.
We just have to find it. They didn't exactly say where it was.
We'll look around the streets, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make
These don't seem like the people where you tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like,
Make
hey,
like
you know
a
where this
group
thing-
investigation check.
Got it. Can I roll separately for Mud? If I send him off and have him do his own little thing.
Sure.
7.
Okay, well
Okay.
I got a 10. Me
Okay.
personally.
13.
Come on, Mud, get the record.
Mud's gonna get higher than me. He got 2.
Okay. Well, with the
We're
13,
lost.
as you guys are making your way toward the docks, you see a pretty large, busy building with a lot of people moving in and out, and you see a big, like, sort of sign of a fishing rod and reel with like music notes that you can assume is probably the Singing Fisherman.
No, I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's
It looks to be an inn.
Okay, let's find out what the hubbub is about.
Okay.
No, this is the humming sailor.
So
You make your way inside, and you see people, mercenaries. Actually, mostly merchants. You see some mercenaries, but mostly merchants from the docks. They look to be having conversations, doing business. You see Omnians. You see even some other merchants from different nations as well. But again, mostly Omnians. Having conversations, doing business. You see like a half-orc man at the counter. Running the inn. It looks to be a place to do business.
I'll sit at the bar.
Okay. You sit out the bar and you see a half-elf woman come. What do you want?
Let's just take some of your cheapest ale. It's been a while since I've been paid.
The usual. Coming up.
Not a lot of prosperity, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and she brings you a mug of ale, 4 copper pieces.
That shit tastes like ass.
It tastes like piss.
Well, like old beer.
Yeah, it's gross.
Can I just give a gold? I don't want to break a copper.
A gold for 4 copper?
You would get jumped.
I have 4 copper on. It's on me. Don't worry.
Like
That
you
was
see,
a
most
ploy to
people
get
in
Arya
here.
to pay.
Most people in here are pulling like the
Yeah,
paper
yeah.
clips and the lint out of there and trying to get the pennies.
I see you reach for the gold. I'm like 4 copper. There you go.
Looks a little confused, takes the money, slides you the beer.
I owe him 1.
Thanks.
We go way back. We're like really close friends and like way back when.
She's just gone.
I grab Arya and walk away.
Go Sparrows.
I had to sell it. I didn't know.
You could have stopped it at I owe him 1.
Yeah.
You're
You
good.
can still.
That's your problem
I guess
with
I'll
lying.
just
You
talk
just
to
keep
the
going.
barkeep.
Okay.
Is he busy or?
Not really.
But the overall establishment is pretty full, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Seems like a pretty full day.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Baldur's Gate.
Not often we get people from Baldur's Gate in here.
Yeah, I heard there was some money to be made here. It doesn't really turn out for that to be exactly the case.
They all say. Well, you're lucky you found this place before you got killed or jumped or mugged or something.
Yeah, I'll thank Lady Timora for that.
Don't be throwing that around here.
Why?
Don't be throwing that around here. Trust me.
Okay, yeah, I won't. Thank you for the warning, friend.
I said you're lucky for a reason. This is the only place permitted to serve outsiders.
Ah.
It's where the merchants come to do their business. Mercenaries wait to go get their pay. The guards come grab them. Bring them to the castle. The works. You want to tell people you worship something? Say Joaquin. A lot more tolerable.
That makes sense considering the
Yeah,
ambient
people are superstitious. You know, most people think Timora is associated with Bashaba inherently. People don't like it. A couple more things going around here too, but you don't want to know about those. I don't even want to know about those. But I've seen some symbols. Let's just say that.
Oh, like what?
Bad ones. Real bad ones.
Well, in the spirit of, you warned me before, I would like to know what I'm supposed to avoid.
You want to know what you're supposed to avoid?
Yeah.
Snow down. Leave as fast as you can if you have the opportunity. You think I'm joking?
No.
I did the same thing you did 8 years ago.
Really?
Now look where I am. I'd do anything to get out of here.
Anything?
Anything.
Yeah, no, it's not exactly, it isn't exactly what I thought it would be either.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the warning.
Do you need a room, a place to stay?
Maybe. I might come back later in the day.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Be safe.
You too. And
It could be dangerous.
can I maybe? How do I say this? Can I? Oh wait, just this is just me asking you, the DM. Reclaimers are generally like people who have like always been here, right? Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, Miles made it pretty clear that the majority of the Reclaimers are natives.
Yeah.
That are already a part of the group. But it doesn't mean people can't join the group. I mean, by and large, by technicalities, you are members of the Reclaimers at this current moment in time.
Yeah.
He's trying to reclaim.
Because I remember that Miles gave us that little like symbol thing. I don't know if he'll be gamey to like roll insight to see if he would be sympathetic to, or because he does generally seemingly hate it here, but I don't know if like he would know anybody or anything. It's a risk.
That's what the game's about.
Yeah. Okay. Can I
feeling lucky, punk?
You know what? Yeah, it's kind of my character shtick. So I'm gonna.
I love sticks.
Can I discreetly reach into my coat pocket and kind of palm the little like blacksmith thing that Miles gave me, the like symbol of the Reclaimers?
Sure.
And I'm gonna leave the bar and like reach across to like give him a handshake as I leave the bar, like very casually, like.
Mm-hmm. He shakes your hand, and he immediately. Shit. Get out.
Okay.
Showing that around here. What is going on? I know what that symbol is.
I don't know. You said you wanted out.
I'm not one of you, if that's what you're thinking, but
Do you know where some might be?
no. But I'm in.
Okay.
What are we doing? Never mind. I'll know.
Okay. You have a good day.
You too. He seems visibly shaken up. Like almost beginning to, like, actually shake. Like, out of anxiety.
Who scared him?
Okay.
You see, like, a group of, Omnian soldiers walk into the door, and they are looking around, and they see a group of mercenaries. You! And the mercenaries get up. It's your time. Come. And the mercenaries begin to walk with the Omnian guards, and you see one of them, like, eye you all, and, like tap one of the other guards on the shoulder and begin to point in your direction.
Do we recognize them?
They're Omnian guards.
Wait, so are the guards pointing towards, or the mercenaries?
The guards. They are
Just
Omnian
keep
guards.
having a discussion. Just keep
Yeah.
talking.
And one of them begins to walk over to you. Are you all the individuals that made their way from Landrain?
Who?
I was supposed to look for 2 tieflings, 2 sea elves, and a large individual.
Well, as you could see,
Well, I'm no sea elf.
I'm a half sea elf, and you're missing another one. What?
My information is lacking, but if it is you all, Lady Erliza wishes to permit you an audience.
Is this
If you're not who this is supposed to be, then I will keep looking. And he turns around and begins to leave.
We've been looking for work.
I'm not the one who hires you.
She is.
I don't know. Possibly. I'm doing what I was told.
I mean, we don't have a job yet, so we might as well go, right?
Who are we to turn down an invite?
Yeah.
Sure, we can.
If we're the wrong
we can
people-
be these people.
If we're the wrong people, she'll sort it out.
She'll sort it out, yeah.
Come with me.
okay?
And you begin to follow this Omnian guard towards the castle.
Skill from 110, did we fuck up? Did we fuck up? Or did we...
Maybe.
You begin to leave the harbor and begin to head back towards the city, and you head toward, like, that large sort of gated area that heads up the steep rocky cliff towards
What was my
the castle.
alias?
Similar to what you've seen in Kaer Caladir, but again,
Why
much
does that
more
matter?
gloomy, guarded.
Take no notes.
As you begin to take the hill of the citadel, or you see the citadel looming above you, and you see an individual watching you at the top of the castle.
Is it that bitch?
That same, like, winged individual from Harlock. You see long, fiery red hair and purple-gray skin. To her back are a pair of dark, leathery wings.
I wave.
She looks down on you with, like, almost disdain, and then backs away from the rampart and just kind of disappears into the castle interior.
Must be shy.
Damn.
Much like Kaer Caladir, the courtyard surrounding the castle is filled with guards, mostly Omnian origin at this point. The mercenaries are kind of back down to the bottom of the city. As you approach the entrance, 4 guards begin to push open the heavy doors, and you see someone waiting for you inside.
Oh, nice.
You see, like, a younger man, tan skin, dark brown hair. He wears, like, this long fur-collared cloak in traditional Om colors, that being, like, crimson red with golden embroidery. He looks a bit hurried as he approaches you all. Good afternoon. I'm Morven Silverbear, Chamberlain of Kaer Westfall. Pardon my flustered nature. I was just recently made aware that you would be guests. You can follow me to your chambers while dinner is prepared. And he begins to just walk.
Ooh, we got chambers.
You got detect poison and disease, right? No? Okay.
Magic.
Oh, you're out?
No, I detect magic.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just eat
Actually,
it.
wait,
and tell
do
you.
I?
You just eat
No,
like,
evil
like
and good.
You can still die.
You'll be fine from it. You're not going to be like a detector, like poison.
The guards leave and
There's gonna be
heavy
a litmus
doors
test.
slam shut. Lady Erliza wishes for you all to have a comfortable stay. Hot baths are actively being prepared for you, and if you so desire, we have tailors on staff to amend any rips and tears in your clothing that you may have acquired.
Do you happen to know the meaning of our invitation?
Yeah, this seems like an awful lot when we weren't really expecting anything like this.
I am the Chamberlain. I do as Lady Erliza pleases.
Ah.
My business is not my concern.
Alright.
Okay.
Additionally, I am at your service. If there's anything you need while you're here, please fetch one of the staff, and they will fetch me. Any
Oh.
questions?
Who is that? That winged tiefling as we walked in.
That is Lady Erliza's chief advisor,
Yeah, but like, what's her
Got a
name?
name.
Melina Vexhart.
Ah.
Lena Vexhart. Alright.
As Morven leads you all through the castle, you get a better look at the interior. The layout is similar to that of Caer Caladir, although the interior decor is vastly different. The dark stone walls contrast the bright walls of alabaster in Caer Caladir. They're bare and dimly lit, only sporting a few Omnian banners of crimson and gold towards the arched ceilings. The braziers and chandeliers that line the hallway are made of old wrought iron, have like an almost gothic design. However, as you breach into what would be the Great Hall of the castle, the mood shifts greatly. In Caer Caladir, the Great Hall was darkly lit and sported a throne towards the back of the room. Tapestries lined the walls depicting the history of Caladir and its rulers. Here in the area of the back of the room where you expect a throne, there isn't one. In the center of the room is a very large dining table, of very elegant craftsmanship, topped with fine china and vibrant white floral tablecloth. The center of the table holds various candelabras all alight. The sort of dimly lit interior begins to brighten as the walls sport these massive stained glass windows, all of various different colors and designs. Although there isn't much light in the Snowdown to begin with, you can picture in your mind the sort of kaleidoscope of colors that these windows would let in when or if the smoke clears. You see a large set of open double doors to the back where many individuals are moving throughout, all wearing messy aprons, you presume the kitchen. You can smell the scent of fresh food being prepared, the warm spices and earthy herbs, a vast contrast to the rations that you've been eating on the ship. In addition to the kitchen doors, you see a large staircase towards the side of the great hall that leads upstairs, and two other hallways on either side of the staircase that sort of continue on. The Chamberlain stops you all in this area. This is where you will all be dining this evening, and I will show you all your seats so you can commit them to memory. And he walks over to the table.
Wait, we get assigned seats?
At the head of the table will sit Her Excellency Lady Erliza, and by her side myself and the Chief Advisor Miss Melina Vexhart. After which will follow the guests of Lady Erliza, being you all, and afterwards the entire kitchen staff. At the opposite end of the table, the head chef. Now, continue following me, and I will show you to your chambers and the bathing room.
Is it typical that the staff also eat with the guests?
Yes, every meal.
Oh, well, that's...
Lady Erliza is very appreciative of her kitchen staff and likes to honor the head chef.
Ah, okay.
I lean in. I kind of like fall back a little bit so I'm not like as close to the Chamberlain. Kind of lean close to whoever's nearest to me. Just be like, or so if the kitchen staff poisons her, they also die.
That makes sense.
He begins to lead you all upstairs to the second floor, which overlooks the great hall with a long balcony. He takes you all to the left as you go up the stairs, and he keeps walking across the balcony, passing several doors, but he continues to speak. Here overlooking the great hall of the guest chambers. There are 6 rooms in total, each with 2 beds within them. You may share rooms or take one for yourselves. Lady Erliza is not currently expecting any more guests, so there's no need for space considerations. As he reaches the end of the balcony, it takes a sharp 90-degree turn to the left further into the castle, and he only walks briefly until you come across another door to the right, which he enters. Inside is a large room with arched ceilings. As you enter, to your sides are several privacy panels, all which are currently folded open as you see individuals preparing large copper tubs as they pour buckets of hot water and soap.
Baths?
This is the bathing room. There are 12 total copper tubs in this room, all accompanied by their own privacy panels. So although it is a communal bathing chamber, you each have your own personal spaces. There is a bucket outside the entrance to each section where you may place your clothes to be washed and mended, as I previously mentioned. The washing takes very short time, as it's a simple magical trick, but mending might take a little bit more time. If that is the case, robes are to the left of the tub and will only be a few more minutes until the tubs are being finished prepared. When you're finished, you may wait in your rooms or convene with each other and pass the time in one of the common rooms. There's one directly outside and to the left. It has various lounge chairs and books if you so desire. However, this is where I leave you. If you require my assistance, ask one of the staff members for me. If not, I shall see you at dinner.
Actually, I do have a question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Immediately forgot.
If there's, just so we don't violate Lady Erliza's very kind generosity and hospitality, is there any area in which we're not supposed to go?
I would say stick to the places that I have shown you. That being the Great Hall, your rooms, the common room, and the bathing room.
Then we will do so. Thank you.
Of course, except the room on the very end toward the guest chambers is my room. I would prefer if you respected my own privacy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Only prefer, of course.
Only prefer.
Not a
Only
requirement,
just
just a
preference.
preference.
And he leaves. You see all the staff as they finish the baths leave the room, and you're left alone.
Okay, so like, what are the chances this place is bugged and they're still listening to everything we say with like scrying or whatever?
What's a bug?
You know what I mean?
It's like when Mud listens.
She's
to
just
you, but
using slang.
Sometimes they use like little ladybugs or spiders instead of like a rat form.
Yeah, things that can't be noticed as
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Yeah, that's where it
Oh,
comes from.
How often do you encounter that, Jhules?
I've read about it.
no clue. Well, actually,
I think it's slim chance that
Hey,
they're
what the
listening still.
fuck is
We're getting
going
assassinated.
on? We're
I'll say
gonna
that.
die.
wait. So, are we assuming familiars, or
Oh, I don't know what I'm assuming.
because there's detect magic? I think detect magic might pick up on.
Needs to be visible.
Presumably.
Oh, wouldn't it still pick up like some on us scrying more?
Detect magic can go through like barriers and stuff.
Yeah.
And for familiars, divine sense, because they can pick up.
They're technically fae, I believe.
Not all the time. That's only if you're doing wild companion.
No, they can be. Like familiars can be fae.
I know they can be, but they're not always fake.
Yeah.
Can be fiend.
Fey fiend or
Celestial.
yeah.
We're getting assassinated.
No,
I don't want to.
no, because
You're already dead, so I mean.
no. Think about it.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen again.
Wouldn't I do think that if she wanted to do that, she could have easily put out a thing for all the guards to attack us, or once we're here at this moment, just kill us.
Why
Why
the
do-
hell does she want to talk to us?
I don't
That's,
fucking
that's
know. My only idea is that she's gonna try to buy us out the way that Souljack tried to do and try to get us to
Which would be smart.
spill everything that we might possibly know, which isn't much to be fair.
Or just get us to leave. I mean, either way, that solves our
I think
problem.
buying a house is probable, but if we say no here, we probably just
Then we die.
Then
Yeah,
we just
then we
die.
die. Then we. What else?
Do we think we're ready? If a fight were to break out over dinner,
I'm fine.
Yeah, unless
I
we
can
get poisoned
manage.
or something.
I have 2 blade songs left and a hexblade's curse.
Well, I think
I'm only down 1 spell slot. I got 1 back earlier.
Well,
I don't have my push shoes though. That sucks.
I think I'm down just 2 spell slots, 1/3, 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only down 2/3. I still have 2/4.
I don't have my cool shoes. I do have
So
my cool
are you
rock.
guys using the bathing room, or are you?
Actually, yeah, I'm going to.
I'll take a bath, sure.
Okay. You go into your sort of like privacy panels. It's nice. You see like a copper
don't doubt
tub.
that.
Yeah.
That shit gonna rust though. That better be covered in wax.
Honestly, what was the last time any of us canonically have had time for like bathing?
Don't know.
When they threw my dead body in the river.
Exactly.
Had a bath that lasted a lifetime.
This will definitely be like the best bath we've
I
gotten
mean,
in a while.
yeah, like what was the last time we stayed at even like an inn?
we say?
Probably, you can still have a discussion. I mean, again, it's privacy
Yeah,
panels,
yeah.
but it's like communal, so like,
Yeah.
you can speak.
We've been staying at inns, and also like in West Haven. And
Oh yeah, no. I think,
not really since we came to this Alderon and Snowdown though.
Yeah.
We were treated well in
What's it?
Kendrick City.
Kendrick City. Yeah.
Kendricktopia.
oh yeah, because you can't spell it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'll take a bath.
Okay.
This does feel like when they give like animals a good life before slaughtering.
Yeah,
them.
it's like when you give like you're about to go put your dog down and you give them a Big Mac.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna get bloodied up anyway, I'm not gonna bother.
Jhules, this is coming from you as a friend. You need a bath, bro.
Can I roll perception to see
The
how
salt
bad he's
water.
staying?
Sure.
I think I stank a normal amount.
You swim in water like every single day.
Yeah, like
You smell.
it cleans you.
What?
16.
16. You ever see Monsters, Inc.?
yeah.
Remember when in their locker and he's like, oh, do you want smelly garbage or wet dog?
yeah.
That's what he smells like, both of them.
I think normally Hollow would be like, this feels like a trap, but considering she almost got cut in half, I think it's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
I do think we should, at least for now,
The trap is definitely not in the bathtub. That's all.
Yeah, no.
You never fucking know.
play into the offers of hospitality.
I'm gonna like bundle as much of my stuff into the bag holding, like, anything you want to make sure doesn't go missing, I'll hang on to.
Yeah.
Where's the spot you can leave like clothes for mending?
In a basket outside the privacy room.
You kind of have to drop it in there.
They're not gonna take my fucking portable
Yeah,
ram
no,
from
I
me.
would, I would want to leave my coat, but it's also doubles as my armor.
You wear armor.
I got mage armor. I just got like regular ass clothes.
You're the only one here who wears armor.
Idiot. Wants to be protected.
We're going commando.
You remember that healing you ever wanted ever again?
Don't need it.
I can heal now, bitch. You're not special. Round hands.
I don't need it, but thank you.
And it's all gone now.
I got one cure wounds left in me.
Anyway, Bass.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
I'm gonna take a bath. Sure.
You're taking your...
Oh no!
Don't you?
Foam panel fell, guys. Foam panel fell.
solution for these things because this is not working.
It's not going.
Okay. So you guys are, you still are open to discussion if you so desire. You know, it is, at this point you are actively, bathing, but you can, again, communal but private, so you can speak and discuss.
Well, I think maybe we could also maybe potentially learn things from the servants.
I could have
I mean,
mud walker
they
around.
probably see way more than they let on.
Yeah, but I also feel like that you don't keep a job in this castle by having by running your mouth.
Well, yeah, it's not.
I don't
keep
think
a
any
job
of them,
by cooking.
I don't think any of them would talk to us.
I could just have mud
And-
wander around.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
I don't think any of them would talk to us, and I'm a little worried about like somebody finding out and us getting in worse trouble for like snooping, if that makes sense. Because we're already in a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even know why they want us here.
It's either to buy us out or kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty confident in that. But at least we're here. So let's tease up a pretty easy assassination.
Don't say the A word.
Yeah, bro.
Alarms start blaring.
Yeah, he said it twice.
Gotta say it 3 times.
I'm drawing rules. Don't worry about it. What's a reaction image?
If we have to make a quick escape, how do we plan on doing this?
I have no idea.
Me when I buy women books.
What the fuck?
I mean, when a dimension door will get us outside the walls, but isn't the...
That's fine. I'll take outside the walls.
I know, but I can only do that twice, and with two different people.
So you get one person, and
And
I
I
get
throw the rest of you like a football.
and I get the really loud, disruptive version.
Well, yeah, but you can't go through walls, can you?
As long as I can see, there's windows. We saw the thing that's
Find the
windows.
closest window.
Yeah.
Okay.
So option 1 is thunderstep outside because there are windows and I can see outside.
Then you shatter the windows.
Or Jhules jumps through a window.
I think it'd be really funny if you
I
know,
throw
if the
myself
windows
through a
were
window.
really, really clean and you attempted to thunderstep out of the window, but you accidentally saw the reflection. You totally get it back.
I am like a bird running into a sliding glass door.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of escape options here.
Yeah.
I missed a step and that's it.
Yeah.
That's not getting
Which-
me far.
It could be enough to get outside the walls. Are we on the? Is it like a first floor, or is the dining room like up?
It's on the first floor.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so we can just jump through a
We're
window.
fine.
Okay, we're so fine.
So
You know, you're on a mountain, so
Yeah.
whether there are things below you, you're
Mhm.
not sure.
Okay.
But
Spikes and pits.
at current
Punchy pit.
current state, the Great Hall is on the first floor. You guys are currently on the second floor.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like. First step. If we need to make a daring escape, first step is not being in this building, and I think that's super easy. Then we can figure out what to do from there.
okay.
Then it's probably just that one, the she-devil who can fly.
Yeah.
So are we just gonna
I forgot about her.
wait here?
We know her name though now.
Oh yeah, we
For
do.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got
If that is her real name,
Why would it not be?
I don't know. I'm just saying if that is her real name,
Okay.
because it could potentially not be. I don't
Does
know.
that spell work with nicknames?
No.
Does it specifically say true name?
Yes.
I was gonna say, like, what if her like boyfriend called her Pookie or something? You just say that.
And I think that'll be a lot of pookies.
Say Pookie as your target and just like kills everyone in the room.
So are we just gonna wait here until dinner then?
Well.
Well, not in the back.
Yeah.
Dude, this water is like brown. Holy shit.
You're not supposed to shit in it.
I didn't. I didn't.
It's just the dirt.
like-
They need to hose you down. Like, you know when you go through a car wash and they like spray you with a hose before you go and get rid of bugs or whatever? They need to do that to you.
Some of the barnacles came off in here.
It's a shower before a bath.
Oh.
Okay. Well, if you guys can also wait in one of the common rooms.
We can play naked tag.
No!
No.
No!
No.
My
No.
favorite Baldur's Gate
No.
activity.
No!
That is banned at my table.
You got Scratch killed with a naked tag.
No.
Yes.
You did. You killed Scratch.
It was an accident.
As a
I was
result of
the
that.
only innocent person here.
And you got kicked
thrown
out.
And I'm the one that withers throughout.
Well, I think I don't know about you. I guess you are gonna stay in the common room, so I'm gonna take advantage of that, Taylor. Might as well.
Okay.
My clothes are already in there. Just drop them right in the bucket.
Yeah. Like, you as you guys are like bathing, you do hear the door open, and a couple people like shuffling inside, presumably servants, and taking things out of the basket, and ushering them off. There are like big, you see like very like fluffy like white robes like to the side of the tub that you can wear in the meantime. While
I'm
your
gonna be
clothes
wearing
are
one of
getting-
those.
Do they have one of your side?
You may need two.
You tie them both together.
I'll take a robe.
He puts one on, but his ass is still hanging out.
Yeah. There's like a little robe and slippers.
They're gonna charge us $500 if we take them with us, like a hotel.
Yeah.
And
I
take
did
my
$3
robe.
for a damn water bottle.
You guys are, as you guys finish, those of you who are getting your clothes mended, so be it, or washed. Those of you who are
I'm
not,
Yeah.
you have your nice fluffy robes and slippers. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I guess I kind of sit in the common room.
Oh, I'm absolutely snooping.
I'm gonna sit in the common room, but I'm gonna send Mud out to just like wander the halls.
Okay.
I'm a snoop for real.
So you make your way into the common room, and you see like a large hearth and some lounge chairs with a couple bookshelves. There's like a desk for like some writing and ink and quill and parchment. It's definitely a room that's just like people pass time in. The books in general aren't like. There's nothing like particularly like interesting. It's more just like fiction books again,
Yeah.
things just to occupy.
Could
your
this
time.
Any good books for women?
Can this ink, quill, and parchment perhaps be used for spell books?
No, it's not magical.
I start
It's not magical.
taking them all.
It's just plain parchment and ink.
I'm a wanderer.
You're gonna wander.
Yeah, in my robe.
Okay, where are you going?
I don't know. I just want to snoop around. I want to go exactly to places that he told me not to go.
Jhules is gonna get killed, and he's gonna be wearing a fluffy white bathrobe.
Should
Okay.
I?
So
Don't you like go to heaven and what
as
you
you
like
begin to
wear
wander
when
down the
die?
halls, let me pull up the map.
I'm gonna show up to Valkyr's realm and be like, "Hey!"
I died honorably in your fluffy white bath.
Sure you did, bud. Sure you did. Trying to drown my demons, they can swim.
You know, as you begin to wander, as you make your way outside, you see there's a hallway to the right. Like, the hallway continues on to your right of the bathing room, where the sort of, after the 90-degree shift, like, it continues on this way. There's the bathing room, and then there's another door here, and another large door at the very end.
I'm not going to go to the Chamberlain's room because I presume that he's boring. I'll go to the large door.
The large door at the end, you pull on, it's locked.
Any keyholes?
Yeah, there's a keyhole and a lock.
Can I look through it?
No, it is not that kind of lock.
Press
It
my
is
ear.
a like an actual padlock.
Oh,
on the
can I
outside.
break that shit?
Not without making a large disturbance.
I'm a large disturbance.
You're gonna get killed.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try it. Can I muffle it with one of the robes?
No. It is a huge lock. Like,
But if
it
I
looks
just
to be
try to,
like
break
it looks like it hasn't been used in a very long time.
Oh, well, it's probably boring in there.
It's like this thick around, like a dungeon key lock. Like, it's not just like a master lock. It's big. It is not something that you could easily you can't break with your bare. I mean, you're strong, but you can't break it with your bare hands.
Let me read something real quick. Let me read something on my character sheet.
Oh, probably.
Is it?
It's called the lock breaking
No, it's not.
thing.
Little
Yes, it
Giant
is.
is not going to help you. If that's what
Is
you're
that my
referring to.
penis? Is that what you...
That's what the feature is called.
Oh!
What is wrong with you?
Bitch, I was pulling up Divine Sense!
Oh,
Oh, never mind. It's behind total cover. I was gonna see if there's anything fun.
Oh my god.
Like if she had any creatures.
No, the Goliath feature that gives you proficiency in athletics and increases, like, counts as one size larger is called Little Giant.
Oh, I thought you were just calling
No.
my dingling that down.
No, don't stop.
talking.
Okay, well, are you guys in the common room?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the common
You're in
room.
the common
I'm
room?
gonna
I got my
break it
feet up
anyway.
on like the futon, but I'm looking through Mud's eyes.
Fuck
right
it,
now
I'll try
as
to
he's
break it
wandering the
anyway.
halls.
With what?
Me.
Okay, make an athletics check.
And I'm supervising Arya while she's looking through mud. Make sure nobody stabs her.
19.
Failure.
Oh.
You're gonna get killed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
I'll give
did-
up.
I-
I'll give up.
Yeah. Now I'm curious though. And
I
have
know! You
these
see what I
skills.
fucking mean? I'll go back. There's this big ass door with a padlock
Where?
at the end of the hall by the bathing rooms. I tried to break it.
At the end
it
of the
didn't
hall,
work.
isn't that the guy's room?
No, I didn't want to go to his room.
The end of the other hall.
Okay.
So along the balcony where all the guest chambers are, at the very end one is his room.
Got it.
Does it look like it was used a lot?
Not really.
That's where they're gonna put us.
That's
there-
true. It could be a dungeon. That makes me want to go
It's,
try it again.
it's a big trap. If you break in, they just lock the door behind you, and that's how they catch you.
But if I break the lock, then they can't lock me in.
How
no.
big is the hole underneath?
What do you mean?
Like the
Like the gap between the
the
door
Yeah.
and the floor.
door on the floor?
Like rat sized.
Is it rat sized?
Rats can fit into like an inch space.
I mean,
I've
it
heard.
is a castle. I would say it is possible.
Put the rat in there.
Alright.
Get the rat in there.
Get that rat in there.
Going in.
Okay. Mud, like, you have to, like, kind of, like, force him through.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, he does eventually squeeze through. Because rodents can fit through pretty small
Yeah,
spaces.
they're crafty.
And again, it's a castle that's made to be, like, you know, they're big doors. Like, they
Yeah.
can't have, like, super heavy doors, like, right up against the floor.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So Mud does all Mud sees is a big round room with a spiral staircase that just leads up.
Just like individually hopping every single step up.
It takes about 15 minutes. But
He's gotta make
eventually,
a dex save
Mud,
for each
you
one.
see, you get like you come to like a trap door at the top.
No, that he definitely cannot.
Scratching at it.
You might be able to squeeze him through. As you squeeze through, are you looking through Mud's eyes?
Yeah.
You get a blast of wind as you are outside. It looks to be the top of a watchtower.
Got it. It seems like the watchtower. Nothing special.
Like a watchtower that seems very unused.
Yeah.
Who the hell's not using a watchtower?
Oh shit, that's a hawk. Mud! Mud, get in!
Mud just dies.
Just like
No, Mud's fine.
Why would they lock the door to the watchtower?
I don't know. Why don't they use the watchtower?
Probably because they don't want their guests going up to a watchtower and possibly getting injured.
Don't use the watchtower because they don't think that there's anything that they need to keep a watch for, or because the person using the watchtower has wings. Lock it just because they don't want people wandering around.
I don't know. Do you guys want to wander around somewhere?
I think it's safer to have the rat wander around rather than the big man.
That's fair.
The big man.
That's fair.
A rat in a castle, no one bats an eye.
That room's boring. It's all got books in it. I don't read that shit.
Maybe it's time to start. Sorry, that was mean.
No, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I can't focus for that long.
Oh, Jhules is ADHD.
Are you surprised? Pretend like it's wrestling a shark.
Jhules turns into a scholar.
Patrick Brain Coral.
Do the servants, are any of them appear to be folk? Or are they...
Oh yeah, all of them.
Oh, okay.
Every single one of them.
Local?
Yeah.
Yeah, locals.
I'm gonna find my clothes. Where are my clothes at?
Where are the clothes? Where are the clothes?
I
Where are the
didn't send
clothes?
them to
The
the
clothes
tailor.
are eventually like. What do you mean you didn't send them?
I just took them off. I just put the robe on.
Well, if you put them in the basket.
I didn't put them in the basket.
Okay, then your clothes are on the floor.
Okay, then I go get my clothes.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Colleen.
I don't want to wear this robe anymore.
Oh my god.
I feel exposed.
But you don't even wear armor. It's no difference to you.
I'm not wearing pants, man. It's different than armor.
Okay, we all get our clothes back.
Okay, I get my clothes
Yeah.
back.
So those of you who put your clothes to be washed, they they probably don't need to be mended super. Maybe yours a little bit
Mine a bit.
because you wear a big like kind of studded coat, so your clothes are pretty fine. They basically just prestidigitation it, clean, and
I could have done that.
yeah, you could have.
What's the spell they used?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
No, not spell. Smell.
Oh,
Scent.
smell. Clean linen.
You can pick anything and they go with clean linen.
That's what it is.
Well, yeah.
It's the safest option, because what are they going to do if they give it back to you and it smells like lavender and you have a deathly lavender allergy?
Well,
It
it still smells like lavender.
It's
because
not
you're
actual
not gonna-
lavender.
Don't worry about it.
Unless you're allergic to magic lavender.
Yeah,
in
so
case you're
they are
dead.
dry.
Yeah.
The clothes are basically like, you didn't necessarily establish like where you were staying,
Nope.
but they probably would have dropped it off in front of the rooms,
Yeah.
like all folded, nice and neat.
I kind of want to see what they're cooking.
I don't think we're allowed to go down there.
This place sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the point.
that's not really. It's not supposed to be great. We had a good bath. That's all that matters.
Apparently they bring the other mercenaries here to pay them whenever they do get paid.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they get the royal treatment.
Well, yeah.
I've never eaten in a place this quiet.
So besides
foreboding.
the door that led to nowhere, well, led upstairs, I should say. Is there anything like there's the rest of the castle we haven't explored, but where exactly from like where we're sitting, where's like the closest on like thing where you said, oh, we're not supposed to go?
There's a door next to the bathing chamber,
Okay.
like in the same hallway. Like it's on the side of the room or
Oh,
the
I
side of
thought
the
that
hall.
was the Chamberlain's room. Oh.
No. There's a door next to to a room next to the bathing chamber that's on that side, and at the end of the hallway there's the big door.
Oh.
Does it have the same gap, like same size gap that the rack could
Not
fit in?
really. It's a smaller door.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked. You open inside. It looks to be a library.
Wait, no, that's good.
Nothing.
That's good for Arya.
Library.
Library.
It's fine. I'll get alright.
I'll thumb through it, but I don't think there's gonna be anything too interesting, right?
You thumb through the entire library.
You need to just take some random books.
Yeah.
Off the shelf. There's no similar to the common room. There's no really specific books of note. It's definitely clearly an educational library and not like just fiction books to pass the time.
Yeah.
There seems to be make an insight check for me, just in general.
2.
2. Again, nothing really of note. There seems to be an interest in the planes and arcane magic.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's mostly filled with stuff that you could find at a typical library.
Surface level.
Yeah, the stuff that you would go to the library in Neverwinter for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
This is like Magic 101.
Yeah, it's not like specialized knowledge.
No, it is not specialized knowledge.
So 1,000 cores.
We've seen the servants a few times, so it's like their overall like demeanor. Do they seem like scared or
A combination of scared but too miserable to be scared.
oh,
Like
They're
they're
depressed.
they are simply
Oppressed.
existing. They have done, like, you get the sense that they have done this for so long. There is no ounce of hope or anything left within their eyes or in their being. They are existing and just doing what they're supposed to be doing.
That's sad. I just feel like there's something we should be doing.
Which is honestly, like, you haven't really seen any individual. You know, this isn't necessarily a thing specific to the natives as well.
Mm-hmm.
No one here seems happy.
No, not a single person, including the mercenaries, because it was made pretty clear that even though the mercenaries are not being, subjugated, they're not really getting paid.
Yeah.
There's no money to be made, so they're stuck as well.
Is it that's something that that's interesting to know? Is Erliza just being stingy, or is the money starting to run out?
Probably both. I don't think people particularly like paying mercenaries. I think people tend to give them as little as they can get away with. But also, I think we talked about that, is that Erlisa's the only person interested in this place because they were mining and it's all running dry.
Make a history check and an insight check.
Who?
Both of you, if
Okay.
you so desire.
Wait, both?
Yeah.
Both. We both make.
You
both
both
checks?
make both checks.
Okay.
18 history
Okay.
and 5 insight.
Okay.
What'd you get for the history?
18.
Okay. I got a natural 1 for the history.
Okay.
For insight, do I want to? I'll save Lucky's. That's 17.
17.
I'm 17, so fine.
So, you definitely remember, like, looking back on it, you remember mentioning that, or someone, I don't remember who probably mentioned to you, but, like, mines and resources, especially in land drain, were running dry. Things, the factual information that you heard that, like, resources were running dry, and a lot of people were entering. And, with that insight check, you make the connection that it's probably a combination of both at this period of time, where so many people are entering to try to get money, because there was probably a period of time where it was prospering, and the fact that the resources are running dry now and that so many people are heading to it, there is nothing for anyone at this point. It's a combination. It's increasing population, decreasing, like, supply.
Well, doesn't that mean that the ultimate effort for, like, an Amian colony is just going to fail?
I mean,
Unless they just use this place as a trading port.
That was the other thing that we were talking about. Erlisa's like weirdly invested in it, and no one else in On is. It's just her pet project.
fail, yes. However, as far as it's being considered a failure, not necessarily, because this occupation has been going on for almost 100 years.
But yeah, no, they made off like bandits.
Do we think somebody here is a wizard or some type of arcanist then, based off of this library, or is this just not you, Arya?
sorry.
I thought you were somebody who's actually like, here. I know you're a wizard.
I'm here.
Who was
Wait, what? You're a wizard?
I mean,
Holy
who was
shit.
the person? If this has been happening for like over 100 years, who was the person before Lady Erliza that was like in charge of this area?
Kind of thumb through some books.
As far as I'm concerned, not relevant because they're not in charge anymore.
That's fair.
You don't know.
There's also a good chance that, again, I'm like, this says, like, I'm trying to look through books. There's a good chance that she might just, like, got rid of those books as well, if there's any documents like that. Happens a lot.
Or at least you wouldn't put them somewhere where like guests can access them.
Fair.
Don't teach the people history, and they just don't give a shit.
Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, eventually you kind of just take your time, explore your chambers, which are, again, very, very, very nice bedrooms. Very regal, you know, those beds with the like frames.
The posted beds.
Yeah, those, you know what I'm
Do
talking
they,
about.
do they have like the little like curtains?
They do have curtains.
Holy shit.
But eventually around sunset, the Chamberlain Morven arrives and gathers you all from your rooms or wherever you are and brings you all to dinner. As you make your way to the Great Hall, the dining table is set with a plethora of different foods, local seafood and vegetables, imported wines and beers, wild game from other parts of the Moonshays, even some, you know, familiar Drowned Mariner rum from West Haven. A feast for all appetites and preferences.
They trade.
Yeah.
You do not currently see Lady Erliza or her advisor, but all of the kitchen staff are currently standing behind their respective chairs. Morven looks to you all and says, if you would please stand behind your seats and wait for Lady Erliza's arrival. She's on her way from her study.
Whatever.
So the Lady Erliza is a learned woman.
You could say so.
Spellcaster?
She's known to dabble in magic,
Oh, good to know.
from
Really?
what I'm aware.
Oh.
Conversation. Yeah, just a discussion topic.
I kind of nod towards like the kitchen staff, give a little wave.
This feels like the menu.
Yeah.
This kitchen staff, you know, they all seem to be focused, but they seem a lot more like not nearly as run down and beaten up as this, like the other servants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, at least they get to eat things.
How hungry.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I was gonna try and make more conversation with the chairman, unless we're gonna move on.
It's up to you.
Okay. So you have the look of an Omnian man.
Yes.
Oh well, how long have you been here for?
Most of my life, as far as I can remember. I came here fairly young.
Oh wow. And how have you found it snowed out? Care was full.
Dreary. In its heyday, it made a lot more money.
Wells running dry.
Very much so. I mean, the coffers are full, don't get me wrong, but again, none of that money can necessarily be touched. It's Om's. It's not ours.
Ah, so you pay a heavy tithe then.
It's all tithe.
Oh wow.
Yikes.
Almost all of it. You stand and wait, eventually, for about 30 more seconds, and a door at the back of the Great Hall opens up. And walking through are two individuals. You see a middle-aged woman with long black hair pulled into a very taut bun. She wears a very modest black evening gown, adorned with red and gold jewelry, very simple. And flanked to her right is a quite tall and familiar figure, the fiendish woman, who you now know as Melina Vexhart. As they walk through the door, Lady Erliza, who you can presume is Lady Erliza, speaks up. "Oh, do sit down. Please forgive my tardiness. I have a bit of a habit of losing track of time. Please sit." And everyone begins to sit down.
Yes.
Lady Erliza takes her seat, after which Morven sits to her left and Melina to her right. And you see Melina still has this face of disdain and discomfort. Please, let's eat first. I can't discuss anything on an empty stomach nor without a glass of wine. And she begins to pour herself some wine in a glass, to the top.
Heavy pour.
Yeah.
She's a wine aunt. Wine aunt.
Can I? Does the disdain of Miss Vexhart seem directed at anyone in particular, or just us in general?
Just you in general.
Cool.
It's distrust.
Ah, okay. For good reason.
It's very clear. It's she's not hiding it.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
That was a better impression.
David made a fucking impression of the toilets
who
at
does
Towers
that
today.
exactly?
It was spot on.
You know who does
It was
also does
spot
that? My
on.
mom.
I live in town.
Do it right now.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Nope. I'll do it later.
Patreon content.
Okay.
We don't have a Patreon.
It's still-
You see, everyone begins just passing each other around food and eating. Are you eating?
What's the meal?
Again, it's there's no specific meal. There's just a lot of variety of food for any different preferences or appetites. If there's vegetarian options, if someone were vegetarian, there's seafood. There's soups and stews and broths.
I start digging in. Sure.
I'll take some seafood.
Yeah.
With water and no alcohol. I'm good.
It's
Seafood and beer.
it's very good.
Hell
It is very,
yeah,
very good.
brother.
Give me some fish and chips.
What are the kids' menu?
Yeah.
I'll eat
At the
a
fancy
little bit.
ass
Yeah.
castle at fancy.
It's all very fresh. It's all made very well. The kitchen staff did a good job. There's all variety of, if you so desire, alcohols, all very nice. Much different than the ale that is being served in the tavern.
Are there some exotic fruit juices?
Why isn't this shit?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really fruit juices per se. Mostly
You
just
don't- sometimes it's even raw.
alcohol and water.
Yeah, I'll take
I mean,
it.
I've
guess
seen
I'll stick
sharks
with
do
water.
that and other creatures, but
You lived out on the boat and you've never eaten raw fish?
no, I don't.
Alright.
Don't you fight sharks for a living?
Yeah,
For a
I'll eat 'em
living, it's
raw.
really funny.
We either cook that shit over a fire or it gets like fried or something in a tavern. What is this shit? Steamed? What the fuck does that mean?
That it was steamed.
It was steamed in
Water is steamed. How do you steam a fish?
You put it in the
You
steamed
put
water.
in the thing you're boiling.
I hate this.
It's
Just
good.
eat-
Try
just eat-
it.
Just eat your food.
And what is this green shit?
I'm sorry. Compliments to the
What the
chef.
hell?
hell is that
It's it's like a saltwater bass. It's green.
The chef is there, right?
Large
Oh, compliments to the chef, Mr. Sorry, I don't have your name.
What if it's a girl?
Oh, well, yeah, no, he hasn't described the chef.
The chef is a
Please on this. Suman.
a middle-aged folk man,
Dang it.
Mr. Svensson.
Well,
We wanna
this
learn
this
girls'
meal is
periods.
phenomenal, Mr. Svensson.
Thank you. As you sort of eat, you see Lady Erliza is not even paying attention to you and just eating, chowing down, having a good time.
Can I? So I don't think I even need insight for this. She doesn't seem bothered by us at all, or
No.
worried in the slightest.
No.
So you were studying, Lady Erliza. What kind of arcane do you partake in?
Oh, I
Season 2.
I don't partake very much, but I enjoy the study of it. It's always been intriguing to me.
Really?
Yes. I can dabble in some basic magic, first, second level spells, but not too much.
I can help you out if you ever want. I'm a wizard myself.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
something about wizard myself.
I may take you up on that.
Yeah. You can trade
Speaking
spell
of which,
books.
now
whatever.
that we've had some time to eat, some discussion.
Okay.
Well, I have been, I guess, made aware that Landrain is now unoccupied. I suppose that's your doing.
I have a question. Is she asking a question she already knows the answer to? Is it essentially rhetorical?
Hard to tell.
Can I roll insight for that, or?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Emma Myers is her name.
Okay.
14.
14. It sounds like something that she might assume, but she doesn't seem like she has confirmation. It seems like a genuine question.
I mean, yeah, those guys were pricks.
How queer. How did that happen? So odd. Sorry, I get all formal when
I agree. The dwarves were not my favorite. If anything, you did me a favor. But, that city was running out of resources, and it's a whole thing. However, I still have yet to understand why. But I have two theories. Now, you can prove me right or wrong. One, you wanted to impress me, which, if you so did, well done. Or two, you're in league with Alarin. It's, if it's the latter, I feel sorry for you, because you've been easily misguided. If that makes sense. So, which one might it be? Or
I say
perhaps
it's-
both. It could be both.
Or it's the secret third option that they were just pricks.
I don't think so.
I mean, we came here looking for work, and we asked them. And they were assholes.
If I can be honest with you, may I be honest with you?
It's your house.
I would suggest that we be open and honest with each other. I'm not looking for trick questions. I'm not asking you. I can understand where your concern may be coming from. You know, you may have slain some mercenaries that might have been working for me. I just want honesty. I just
Well-
want to be frank.
You're Lady Erliza.
I knew you were going to make that joke.
Then would you mind explaining why you say that about Alaron and about being misguided?
Well, King Derrid is untrustworthy.
Why?
You had to have seen that.
How
I
is he?
consider most people untrustworthy. What makes you say that about him?
Especially authority figures.
Because he got his son killed in an accident and it's eaten away at him for years? Decades? He's gone mad because of it.
Not a story I've heard. How did the kid die?
The exact details are beyond my understanding, but he likes to pin me as the scapegoat. I can tell you that. He isn't what he used to be. I've had many conversations with King Derrid. I'm not the person that he may have portrayed me as. Naturally, he needed a scapegoat because he couldn't bear the fact that he got his own son killed in an accident on the seas. So he blames me, person in charge of Snowdown. I have always been the scapegoat. I'm the scapegoat for I'm the scapegoat for King Derrid. It's common.
For Om,
I'm used to it. Of course.
You're on their bad side.
Well, I wasn't previously, but now you could say I am.
How'd that happen?
Because resources are running dry, and they want to just pull the troops away.
And so, why are you still here then?
Because I have other plans? Listen, I held the title of Viceroy because that's where I was appointed. If you or King Derrid or anything has gripes with what goes on here, go talk to Go have an audience with the Council of Five. It has nothing to do with me. Voice your concerns. I have been nothing but hospitable to you because I want you to understand that this portrayal of me as some figure that is ruthless is not the case. I'm trying to make Snowdown better. That's what I was given.
I kind of just look out the windows at the sky and don't say anything.
So, what you're saying is everything here in Snowdown is absolutely peachy?
That's not what I'm saying. That was not my words. In fact, everything in Snowdown right now is horrible.
Ah, okay, and you're trying to make it better.
No, I did make it better. And then it got worse because of and they tried to interfere with my plans. I have receipts. I have ledgers. We were putting out hundreds of thousands of dollars of resources every day. The skies were clear. The seas were clean. People were prospering. And then decided to get in the way. Said, no, let's push further. Let's subjugate more. Let's take everything we can until it's run dry. And then we'll leave. And we'll leave everyone here with it. So I say, not fair. How about we do something different? Let's go to Gwyneth. Let's see if they're interested in making trades, making deals. They have plenty of resources there. They have... I think it would be a very good opportunity for opening those negotiations. But they don't seem to currently think so. but I'm trying to sway them in the right direction.
And when do those deals lead into occupation?
They don't.
So everyone here is content with your rule.
I never said everyone was content with my rule, but who else do they have?
All itself, yeah.
For themselves.
If they had the opportunity to leave, they would.
Who? The people here?
Yes,
Who has the opportunity to leave, though?
exactly. They don't.
Okay. Might I ask what it is that you invited us here for exactly? You seem to want us to clue us in on whatever future plans you have.
I want you to help me get to Gwyneth and seek an audience with Lady Ordolph.
Do I know who that is?
You can presume some sort of
Yeah.
Queen of Gwyneth.
Yeah.
You've heard the name thrown about with King Darrod, as that's where Terrelin and Marlowe are currently.
And you want us to start things off on the right foot for you.
You could say that, but I need people who have... Unfortunately, what I was left with was a cesspool of vagrants and bandits. I need people who I can trust, people who are capable. And you've clearly proven yourselves as impressive. You took a whole band of mercenaries on. You know, I'm not saying I liked them, but they were capable. There's a reason why I left them alone to deal with Landrain of 50-something people. You're more competent than the majority of people here. I can tell. I can see that. So, naturally, when I found out that you arrived here, when Melina saw you all in the forest, heading away, what I can presume was away from Landrain, when you showed up here, I saw an opportunity. I think this could be very beneficial for both of us.
And what do we get out of this supposed deal?
Money.
Hopefully better than what you're paying the mercenaries here.
I can't pay the mercenaries anything. Scraps here and there, but most of the money in my coffers is for arm. They don't permit me to give it out.
Well, then how are we going to get paid?
What the resources we get from Gwyneth.
Oh, so this is a long-term deal then.
Well, yes and no. I can pay you from my personal fund as previously, or for a temporary thing, but it will be... You will live very comfortably.
Let me know this isn't an easy decision to make. We might need
Of course.
time for
again,
it and deliberation.
Take some time, rest. I have chambers prepared for you. You can use the bathing room if you like. Please, take the time. We can discuss more tomorrow morning.
What reason would the king have to blame you at all? If
He needs someone. Because he can't blame himself. It's a shame. King Darrod was once a very, very capable, strong individual. A good ruler.
well, I think that's going to end discussions for tonight.
Actually, in the spirit of honesty, I hope that you'll answer. Do we have privacy in our areas, or are people instructed to listen to us?
Of course, no. You have full privacy. I would not do such a thing. And please, if you feel, I'm not going to be offended if you look around. You have capability of magic. If you do such a thing, again, I'm not offended. I understand. I would do the same thing in your shoes, but I can assure you that you have full privacy.
And is this one of those offers where there's consequences if we say no?
Not unless you do something to wrong me.
All right.
And actually, have we done something to offend your advisor, Lady Vexor?
Melina, pay no mind to her. She is naturally distrustful of anyone that wanders in here. I mean, again, as chief advisor, you can understand for my own safety, but I have full trust in the gods that I have employed, as well as Miss Vexart here. So, I am not concerned.
Okay, well,
There are people like that before. Don't trust us. Dope wings, though. They look nice.
you actually say dope.
Hell yeah.
She she doesn't like smile, but her face of like distrust kind of like calms a little bit. Like, damn right.
I got cool wings. What you got? Fucking horns and tail.
Fucked up arm.
Fucking arm.
A
Take some
rat.
time. Enjoy the chambers. They're clean, prepared for you already.
Be nice to sleep in within some castle walls. The beds look nice.
It is now I will bid you farewell. I would like to get back to my book.
Of course. If you need any help, let me know. Have a guard grab me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe we can discuss more about that tomorrow.
I would like that.
Or if you want some live music, I could provide.
And she nods respectfully and gets up from the table, and Melina Vexhart follows her into the hallway and the door that previously left. And after they leave, the rest of the kitchen staff gets up from the table and begins clearing and cleaning.
What was their face during all of this? Like,
Just like a discussion was happening. Like, they weren't part of the discussion, they were listening.
okay.
I take the nicest bottle of alcohol. I'm assuming there's like an alcohol cart that was getting pushed around or something like that.
Kind of, yeah, it's kind of mostly just throughout the table.
Yeah. I take the nicest bottle of alcohol back with me.
They don't say anything.
Yeah. I don't expect them to. I just want
Yeah.
the nicest bottle of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Can we head to our common area to discuss things?
Absolutely.
You can head to one of the guest chambers, or are you going to like the common room with like the hearth and the lounge
Or maybe we
chairs?
should
Oh,
go to the
common
rooms.
room.
Let's go to the rooms. Let's
Yeah,
see
yeah.
somebody walking in.
Rooms.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're all just kind of
Piling in.
piling into
Gathering
one of the
rooms.
I
We're not doing that shit, right?
no.
No.
No, but I don't know.
I call bullshit about what she said about the prince.
I believe it. The only loose strand for me is to assume that Kendrick is a lunatic. Assumes that Garen is following a lunatic, which I don't quite believe.
Mm-hmm.
But
No.
at the same time, I want to. I don't know.
don't
I
trust-
do believe that her herself is not this outright terrible person, and it probably is a lot of influence.
I wouldn't. She wants to display herself as someone who's doing good for the people here, when that's clearly not the case. Everyone's miserable here. Even the mercenaries are miserable here. She's not some beneficent ruler trying her best while is weighing her down. That's just the story she likes to tell herself.
The best thing to do would be for her to cut her losses and leave now and find some different project, as opposed to keep trying to steer a burning ship.
And give the chance for the people of this island to rule themselves once again.
If they rule themselves once again, Alm's probably going to stick their hands in the jar again, though.
No, there's nothing at the bottom of that jar.
Nothing here
They
at
wanna
once
leave.
anymore.
They want him to leave anyway.
Yeah, she is the only thing that is keeping these people here.
We can
Arm
posit
wants-
that to her. Just tell her, take the money and run.
No,
Yeah.
because something else keeps her here, and we need to know.
I think it's
Because-
pride.
is done with this place. They've been done. She is the only reason that all of these mercenaries are here and that these people are still oppressed.
I think it's just pride that keeps her here. She keeps talking about being painted as a scapegoat and having beef with her. I think she thinks that if she can turn things around, then she'll be welcomed back as a hero. I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
But we have the night.
Do we think killing her is the answer, though?
That's the only answer we
I'd
have.
like to.
I think it is possible to convince her to leave. I think it's easier to kill her.
If we do somehow manage to convince her to leave, we're gonna still have to make her make some sort of grand gesture, because part of her leaving is also inspiring, everyone, the remaining reclaimers, to also make brilliant shows of resistance in their own cities and towns.
I think her leaving is. I don't know what other grand gestures there would be other than her and the most mercenaries leaving. Like,
at being put on a stake.
I mean, do they need that though?
I don't think so.
I don't think they need it.
They just need them gone. And the point of killing Erliza was to make everyone go, shit, the money's gone.
Yeah.
Time to leave.
If she leaves, takes a cut of the money, and we disperse the Amian money amongst the people.
Quite frankly, even if she takes all the money and leaves, and that's still better than what it is now.
Yeah.
Because I think if we said, leave the money but go, that's a losing battle.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I don't know exactly how much it is, but I'm sure she doesn't need all of it.
Yeah, but Mom thinks they do.
Probably all, yeah. I don't know.
She says that she has scraps, but we don't know how much that actually
Yeah,
is.
people like that always have a strange perception of gold.
Banana is $5.
How much is a banana? $5?
I say we kill her just because then the money can go to the people. And I just don't like her.
I don't know.
I do think the fact that she wasn't bothered at all that we were there, and it was a question in her mind whether or not we're gonna come to some sort of violence, says that she thinks she can handedly take care of us if things were to get violent.
I mean, you saw the way that she looked at the people that she was employing, you know. Who knows how she sees the actual folk here.
How many guards have we seen?
A lot.
Like, what would be like a rough estimate of
There were a lot of guards in the courtyard. Like, you can presume, like, toward the entrance of the castle, there's some sort of barracks. The hallway that you were going down, there was a couple of doors, and, you presume things there. In the Great Hall, like, while you were at dinner, probably, like, a couple standing posts, but that's really about it. You get the sense that she was not going to have a bunch of guard presence, during a dinner time. But, there's Omnian guards about. In the castle, like, again, more towards the exterior of the castle, in the entrance, like, guarding what could be stormed, you know what I mean? Like, within the interior of the castle, the guard presence is very, very minimal. Because, again, you're safe in the middle of a castle.
Yeah.
I've said my piece.
I think we at least try to talk her just to leaving. I think it's a lot easier than trying to fight. We can manage it, but...
I mean, if she's going to you to tutor her for spells, then she can't be that powerful.
No, not at all. For herself.
I'm less worried about her and more so...
I think Melina's the powerful one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I think if it was just her alone, we could kill her in a heartbeat. I'm worried about what surrounds her and the people loyal to her.
They get her isolated.
We get her isolated, she disappears. Who's the first suspect?
I don't care if we're suspects. We're not gonna stay here.
Mm-hmm.
We're already suspects and we haven't done anything.
I get that, yeah.
Take her back to the dining hall or something. Start a lesson. Get her alone.
And what? Us just be waiting in the wings in case something happens?
Oh, we will be there because something will happen.
Oh yeah, of course. So,
If you talk magic with her, that's a good chance to ask her, like, why she won't leave, what it would take for her to pull out and leave.
And if we're there listening, if she shows no signs of backing down, then we jump in and end it ourselves.
So, are you guys?
yeah, because
Are you guys just chilling in the bedchamber? Or are you snooping around, or?
Currently,
Chilling in the
currently we're
bedchamber
chilling in the
right
bedchamber.
Okay, okay.
yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the hallway talking about assassinating her.
We're at the-
Well,
We're at the
I
dining-
didn't know. I didn't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
specifically.
We're at the dining table still.
I found a megaphone.
We're like drawing on like a napkin our plan on how we're going to assassinate.
No, I was
using
just making sure. I
Skywrite
didn't-
to show all of our plans.
So you could have been in the common room or the library. I need to know if I needed the map.
Yeah. No, we're in the bed chambers.
Okay.
I'm like upside down, like like on one of the beds,
Yeah,
hanging upside
no,
down.
Yeah.
And there's also
Oh yeah, no blood flow.
though this option isn't exactly preferable. There's also the option of playing the long game.
I don't want to do that.
The longer we stay here, the longer these people suffer.
Yeah, my worry with the long game is Nimbus and Blackjack. Anyone who's out
Mirror.
there actually doing things, mirror.
Yeah.
I'm just too impatient for that.
Yeah.
Like, we got other people who are part of the siege doing other things. How long can they keep that up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what, do I cast sending to her and just see if she wants to meet up?
I mean, I don't think you need to cast sending. Most likely, you could simply find the
Have a guard
Chamberlain
sub, yeah.
or somebody and say, "Hey,
Maybe we
I'm
could
free.
also ask Marlo how it's going.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
would be a good idea considering.
Know if we have backup or not
Mm.
when shit falls apart.
Could manage that.
So are we waiting till the morning?
Yeah, that means we're not attacking tonight then.
And I do kind of want to see if I could talk to this Vexart. I'm curious.
Fair enough.
Maybe if I can put her at ease, that'll make our job easier.
I don't think she's gonna get put
She's
at
not going
ease.
to get put at ease.
Her job is to not be put at ease. You're welcome to talk to her and try to learn more, but I think that's a losing battle.
What's the play? You gonna go try to?
I think I do want to talk magic with her and kind of worm in like a conversation about why she's here
Mm-hmm.
and like what it would take for her to leave.
Yeah.
I want to try to talk to Vexart.
Okay.
I'm
So how are you guys going about that?
Yeah.
Just like have a guard, just be like, hey, want to talk,
Okay.
trade some first levels and second levels
As
with
you
her?
begin to walk outside, you see the echoey castle is almost very, very dark. All of the braziers and candles have been set up for the night, as it's more toward evening time. You eventually find a guard towards the, one of the back doors that you saw Lady Erliza leave. You go, can I help you?
Yeah, I was
Guests are
looking to,
required to be in the guest chambers at this hour.
I was looking to discuss magic with Lady Erliza. We discussed it at dinner.
Lady Erliza has requested to not be bothered this evening.
Okay.
I assume that you can talk to her about that in the morning.
I understand, yeah. I can bother her with sending. Can't escape your mind, bitch.
I said I want to find. Am I also here at the moment or
If you
not?
want to.
Yeah, sure. Oh, is there any chance I could talk to what's her name? Vexart?
Again, not at the moment. You may have a discussion in the morning. They have both requested to be left alone this evening.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. So I guess that's it.
So as you leave, you have, theoretically, if you so desired, you have the entire castle open to you.
Yeah.
There's no guard presence. There's no.
And she said she wouldn't mind us snooping. Might as well.
I'm a snoop. I'm a snoop for real.
Yeah, sure. I'll look around.
You guys want to snoop?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the map. And as I do that, I think that's a good point to take a break.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for listening to the Tales of Misfortune podcast. We post new episodes every Saturday at 9 p.m. You can catch us on YouTube and Spotify. And if you want to follow along, you can also catch us on our social media. The links will be in the link tree in the description. Have a good one.